Hello and welcome back to How to Make Chainmail. In this segment we're going to be focusing on the pattern that we're going to be using to make our chainmail. The pattern we're going to be using is European 4-in-1 chainmail, and it's the most common chainmail pattern there is. Here's a little segment of it right there. Now this is how you make the 4-in-1 chainmail pattern. All you need is 5 rings. Alright, you have 5 rings. Now you have your 2 needle nose pliers. And what you're going to do is you're going to go and close 4 of them. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you have 4 closed rings. And what you want to do is take your 5th ring, put it in the clamp, go, and put the 4, get some more light in there, take the 4 and put them on that ring. So they're just dangling, just like that. Now you want to close that 5th ring. And that is just the first part of your 4-in-1 pattern. Now once you've made more than one, you gotta link them. Now when linking them, you gotta see which way the rings go, because they're gonna be either going this way or that way on the ends. Alright, this is what I'm talking about when the patterns of the ring go which way. Now you see how the rings, they're on a curve. They're all on a curve a certain way. Like they're slanted up that way. That's the pattern in which they're going. So you want to make sure that these are all going the same way. Now, they're both going this way. So what you want to do is take the rings. Hold on. Get a better lighting. Alright, so what you do is you take the rings, these rings, and you put them right under those rings. Now that's only if the pattern is facing you. The pattern, if the outer rings are facing you, like going upwards towards you. If they're going that way, you put these 2 on top of these. But for this, these 2 go on top of these 2. Now there are 2 parts where they intersect, and I'm going to show you where. Alright, now you have your rings, the outer rings facing you. So, like I said, you slide these under. You take a ring right here, and this is where they intersect. They intersect right where there's a hole, right there. And there's a hole right there. And the hole should be made out of the 2 bottom from this 4-in-1 pattern and the 2 top from this 4-in-1 pattern. So you take your ring and you put it through those holes. Put it into those, under and out through those, right there. Take that and you close it up. This is how, alright, so now you have that little segment done of chainmail. This is how you make your, what do they call? This is how you make your just simple chain 4-in-1 pattern, and you can extend this to however long you want. You make like necklaces and bracelets out of it. Now, if you're gonna make, if you're gonna make it like really fast, and you're not making like a necklace, say you're making just a big patch, this is how you're gonna connect them instead. And it's a lot quicker to do this because you don't have to match up where they intersect. So you just, let me just undo this ring real quick, and I'll show you. This is only if you want to hurry up and just attach 2 4-in-1 patterns together, and it does like half the work for you if you're making a large patch. So you just have 2 open ones right here. You just grab it like this, you grab the two of the three, like two of the 5 rings, the 2 outer ones, so you have 2 dangling. You take your ring and you just put it through those 2, so you have them just dangling on there. Then you do the same thing with this. You take these 2, you put it on there. So now you have 2 4 and 1 patterns dangling from a single ring. Take that ring and you close it up, and you have a horizontal pattern of 4. You have a horizontal 4 and 1 pattern. So this is what it should look like. And you just add the pattern, like I said, all the way down. This will be a lot quicker to use as a way of making patches. So now back to the other pattern. I mean, not the other pattern, the other way of attaching it. You just go. Now remember, those 2 different ways are not the same attachment. They're different. The one is attaching them that way, and the other one is attaching them that way. So just remember that. So right now the rings are facing that way away from me, so like I said, if they're facing away from you, you put the bottom row over the top row. There you go. Slide that in, and you close it up. I have that. Now I'm just going to put that right with this pattern I got going on right here. Go, and you just attach. This will take a while. It's kind of tedious, but you'll get used to it. Oh, I didn't explain. Alright, attaching 2 of the 4 and 1 patterns going this way, all you do is just line it up next to each other. You line them up, make sure the 2 inside, like the 2 outside of each single one, they're going to be the inside of the whole pattern. Make sure they're facing the same way. For this, they're facing that way, so you make sure they're both facing that way, and you just line them up next to each other, and you just look where they intersect on each other, like right here. On this one, they intersect in there, in there, in there, and in there. And the same thing with this, this, and this. What you do is just put that right there like that. You don't have to overlap them. And you just, hold on, there's a thing missing here. See, this is what will happen. This happens a lot of times with chainmail. You accidentally forget to hook one of the rings. This means that it didn't pass through the other one it wasn't supposed to. And if you're working on a really big patch, that could be a problem, because you'd have to undo most of the patch sometimes. Because you might have everything over one more than it's supposed to be. And that'll be really frustrating to undo. So make sure you just double check before you do this. So I have that attached, and you just go and you just attach them right where they intersect, and you attach it with each other. Like I said, it is very tedious and time consuming, but you won't notice it at all. Time goes by very quick when you're making chainmail. And you attach that last one, and there you have a little patch of chainmail. It's not much, but after a couple hours of work, it'll be a really big patch. And now to check if your pattern is correct and you have no mistakes or flaws in it, you look at it and you see how many rings are in each row. Now the outside row should have the most rings, like not out of all of them, but it should have more rings than the row next to it. So this row has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.